Hello, welcome to the chat. How you doing? All right, my name is Ima. It's good to have you on here with me. Thank you for being on here. This is the chat. Yes, I know you know this is the chat. Welcome to the chat, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to have you with me on this broadcast. Thank you very much for being here. But please, let's do the needful by liking the broadcast, sharing the broadcast, inviting someone onto the broadcast, and also, ladies and gentlemen, I know it is a new week, but please endeavor and remember to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right. Yes, clicking on the dollar sign to the right if you're watching us live, like right now. Do well to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Or if you're watching the replay, please do well to support us by clicking on the super thanks option just beneath the video. That's it. Please do well to support us by clicking on the super thanks option. And if if you would like to deal directly with if you'd like to have a duties to do a direct transfer, please do also have this. Yes, please, and endeavor to support us, encourage us by supporting us in every way possible by talking about this platform, by liking our every broadcast, by sharing the link. Yes, please, by doing so and by supporting us also financially, you help boost and push us. Thank you very much. It's good to have you on this broadcast. Let's see how impactful and how engaging we can be on this broadcast. All right. The comment section, the link. Okay, the link will be posted in about a minute. No, a minute will be too much. The link has been posted to my panelists. I salute you. It will be really nice to have you on this broadcast with me. But do well to please like the broadcast. Do well to support us also before you click on the link. But you're watching us. Do well to drop your comments on the comment section. Yes, let's keep the live chat engaging and yes, very engaging, very engaging. All right, so we've got a couple of things to talk about, but even more, I bring you exciting news. If you are anywhere in Akwa Ibom State or you are from Akwa Ibom State, uh, this this is good news. You have Peter Obi and Obi Dati will be in Akwa Ibom State tomorrow. Yes, you heard right. Obidati will be in Akwa Ibom State tomorrow for the campaign, and we have somebody on ground who will be joining us to give us some information, and we'll get to know what's the way forward. Yes, we'll get to know what's the way forward. How is what's happening there in Akwa Ibom State? How receptive the people are. What chance Peter Obi stands if the governor, yes, if the governor is being complacent or if it's causing any form of disruption or they've allowed the people to do their thing over there. So please do well to join us on this broadcast. Do well to invite someone onto the broadcast. Do well to share the link and let's have an engaging house. I'd like for you to ask these questions and to see how we can have support, where we can have supporters, or we have these people other states. If you have any, please link them up with me so we can talk to them, we can engage them. At least we can do this on the chat and not during a newspaper review. We can do this here. So let's know what's happening. Let's know those that have gone to the rural areas, what's happening. Let's know who is dropping bags of rice or gari. Let's know what's happening, what strategy is being. I'm sure you would like to know what's happening or how far the Peter Obi movement is going in other states. I would like to know. We would like to know. So if you are in any group, you're aspired in any group, if your name is enlisted in the PCC, that's the Presidential Campaign Council or not, but you are there seeing, if we all have a common goal of having a better Nigeria, I'd like to hear from you. Please do well to connect us, do well to reach out to us on our social media pages out there. All right, thank you very much. Brother Nice, how you doing? It's good to have you back on here with me, Brother Nice. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, Miss Ima. And you, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine,
Yeah,
thank you.
thanks for having me. I appreciate you. I thank you for all those work that you have been doing. It's not easy to have all this information, even more than the Minister of Information.
Talking about the Minister of Information, How is he? And do you hope to see him holding any office in any administration whatsoever?
The Minister of Information of Buhari.
Yes, the current Minister of Information.
Miss Ima, you're not supposed to ask this kind of question. You know my stand.
Please, I want to see. Surprisingly, no, but nice. At this point, there, when somebody says something, we should not say, "You know my stand." Let's. We have to take it as it is. So say it. I'm talking about saying. I have a video on here. Well, you will be hearing somebody say something they probably shouldn't be saying. But then again, it just shows how shameless and how confused they and everything that represents for. So please, would you like to see Lai Mohammed holding any position at all whatsoever in any administration? I'm saying any administration. I'm not looking at a particular administration, any administration whatsoever.
Okay, let me ask you my own question now. Do you think, by the grace of God, Peter Obi emerge as the president of Nigeria? Do you think if they propose Lai Mohammed to Peter Obi, do you think Peter Obi will accept him?
I don't think I hope not. I will say I don't think so, but I really hope not. But that's why I didn't narrow the question down to Peter Obi's governance or government. I said any, it could be him after his tenure, another tenure. I mean, these people, they don't go out of power until they keep looking for one position to give to them. I just feel he has done woefully in his position. But then again, they don't give this position based on merit. Probably there is a department that he would do better. I'd like to
Miss
think so.
Miss
I'd
Ima,
like to
Miss
think.
Ima, let me just tell you now, anybody in this Buhari administration, any of them that you employ in your government, that government is already polluted.
But
Anything
nice.
where this, anything where these people touch, instead of to turn to good, it go turn to problem. You see
It
that
got
Lai
done to
Mohammed, that man, na virus. If he enter your administration like this, that place will be contaminated. All of them will start to lie. Even honest people will did, all of them will start to lie. Don't go try Lai Mohammed. Now
all
better
right,
give
but
a
nice.
chance.
All right, but nice. Okay, so we have this. Let's take this story first before we move on. So we remember the lady Bamishe. Bamishe is the lady that that was caught up in the BRT saga, the lady who recorded her last moment. She recorded her last moment. She was scared. She had the nudge that something bad was going to happen. She sent to her friend, stating that she's alone with this driver. All the lights are off, and she doesn't understand, but she's scared, and she's hoping that nothing happens to her. And she was laughing. They were laughing, and it came off like a joke. But sadly, that became very much a reality. She was said to have been found with some body parts missing. And the driver has said that they were robbed and she was taken out of the place. Meanwhile, this is the same driver that several people came out to say this person raped me, or I only missed, or I escaped this man, due to one other person said that she drove them, he drove them to a corner and he tried to get his way with her, but there was, I think, a bike or a vehicle was coming and the lights was what scared him because it was a corner, was what took him off, and that was the chance she used to run off. But this is the same person that the court is still trying since February with all of the evidences. And this man was asked, so why did you not go report at the police station? He was wanted. They were searching for this man. He was apprehended. That's how he got behind bars. He said, well, he thought it was a normal thing. They were there, they were robbed, and you saw the robbers. They took away your passenger. You didn't go to say anything. You didn't go to report at the police station. And you work as a driver. You drive BRT bus. You work for Lagos State. And the governor came out and swore and say he was going to do everything possible to see to it that the girl's family gets justice. 10 months later, the family struggled burying their daughter without justice. But for how long? She was just 22 years old. 10 months later, 7 years later, 10 years later, people are still being killed and no justice. No justice. To the Nigerian government, we need to begin to feel like we matter. It shouldn't just be in the papers. The infrastructures and the flyover bridge and all of that does not make us feel like we matter. The killings here in our land needs to stop. That way we will feel like we matter. Basic amenities should be here. And also, sometime last week, we got the story of this lady that's got stuck in this lady that got stuck in the rail on the rail and got crushed by a moving train. Shehu Sani has even, shed more light on the story. Comes out to say that before the train crushed and killed Ajia Selimat in Kubwa, the community wrote several letters to Ministry of Transport requesting for a bridge, but they were ignored. I mean, we I don't know how many people saw that video, but that was horrific. That was completely disastrous, and nobody should even. I mean, this is 2022. So it is said that this is the only option that they have in this area, and that's why they've been requesting for a bridge, and this is how they cross. And someone even goes on to say, if you notice that the person that recorded this video started from the point where the person started recording this video, you will know that they are used to things like this, and they know that this person will most likely not make it out of this situation. And that's why, I mean, and this is what has brought about the outcry and what has made and this has gone viral because this person recorded. So is it until it gets to this point that everybody has to see that they will wake up to responsibility? These are some clips of the documents that had been tendered to the Ministry of Transportation, for a bridge to be erected in that area, seeing how dangerous and how much killing has been going on there on that spot. Not everyone gets lucky every day.
Mesima,
That's just
please,
the truth.
let me just quick so that I won't forget. Let me just quick chip this in. Eh? My question is that the direction where that car were coming from, there is no traffic there, traffic lights, because every train stop, every train junction that I've seen in this Western world, anywhere the car have to cross the trainway, the car has traffic light beside the trainway. So when the train is in that kind of speed, the traffic have to stop the car. So after when the train have gone by, before the traffic will not give the car go ahead. I don't know that kind of kangaroo infrastructure they did, without no traffic lights, without no bridge. Then Buhari will come out tomorrow and tell us that he's building infrastructure in Nigeria. You are building infrastructure without no security, no plans to secure. Oh God. Third world. When I always talk about these white people here, all these people will come here they will come here telling me, oh, the black people, I'm doing this as an inferior person, that I always want to involve white people in anything that we are doing. My brother, you people should think twice. Have you ever seen this kind of incident in Western world where you live? A white man can never plan to build something like this railway without looking at the security of the people first. It's not possible. Everything is jaga jaga in Africa. Look, the life of this woman that's supposed to be preserved just by simple technology, traffic light. Traffic light. Even traffic light, now they even have it. Where is the light? Where is the stable light? There's no light. No. They are constructing a railway in a country where there's no stable light. misplaced priority. They don't know where they have to start from. These people, they just do things anyhow. Before you lay any infrastructure, you need to look at the security aspect first. That is where you need to look. That is where you need to start from. You don't just create things because you want to earn money. No. Just simple bridge. You cannot put flyover. Traffic light, you cannot put. Training just, my sister, Mrs. Ima, just continue, because or even people that even have brain, that even think to that extent, even write you people to find a solution to it. You people ignore that idea. When I'm telling you about all these old leaders that their brain is empty, think I'm just joking. You think a Canadian leader will just build the infrastructure without no security, this thing? It's not possible. It's only Africa you see those kind of things. Continue, Miss Sima, I'm listening.
Okay, talking about our leaders. Okay, but nice. Now you push me enter this one. Over the weekend, there was wild jubilation in Edo State. You want to know why? Yeah. Okay, so this is a tweet by the governor on the latest development, with the commissioning of a 3 kilometers street light project along Siluko Road and another 3.3 kilometer street lights along Sapele Road in Ego and Ikpogba Oka local governments, respectively. We have completed the construction of 40 kilometer out of 200 kilometer of street lights project around the greater Bini area. Okay, so these ones that we've just seen, this commissioning is just 40 kilometer out of 200. We are going to, we are going to be having more commissioning of another 160 kilometers. So, let's just stay within the commissioning area, the venue, so that it will be easy for us to be attending all of these events, make it for no loss. Let's take this reaction, how people have reacted to the big things that Edo State governor has done with his own derivation funds. This is by future governor of Kogi State, saying you commissioned street lights like you held an event and took taxpayers' money to celebrate doing your duty to them. Wow. Congratulations on your street lights. Okay. That's by let's take another one from Chooks Uche. Chooks says, can you imagine a governor of a South state that collected 13% derivation money commissioning street light and won't let us hear what when your mates are commissioning roads, bridges, and flyovers? Is this governor even serious? And to think that I voted for you. Okay, so apparently that is one person that is not pleased. This is Villard says, I really look forward to the days when government will do projects and simply move on to the next instead of gathering to commission things that we are almost 200 years behind. I am talking to all parties. Okay, let's take another reaction. Now, this is from Pathfinder says, a whole governor is celebrating street light as an achievement in 2022 in oil-rich states. Something isn't adding up. Saying Region Wike makes this kind of project a joke. And here we have Annette Thomas. Stephen says, Helpify Wike Sanwo-Olu, etc. have one time or the other lit up hundreds of kilometers of roads in their different states. Never had anyone commissioned it because they have tangible other project to show the world. See my own governor, celebrate street lights. There is God. Oh, all right. We'll take one more. I promise you, just one more. Just one more. All right. Okay, let's take this one from Grand Commander says, so for your mind now, this is an achievement. It is a shame that someone who the people trusted and fought for will turn out worse than who we voted out. I honestly regret campaigning for you, and I humbly apologize to Oshomole. You don't deserve where you sit now. And if you're interested in the story, you want more, we could begin to show you highlights of the commissioning that went down. It looks really, really littered up. And then it looks really littered up. Looks like the people are happy to have this. But there's a comment that even struck me. I was very sure that I had that comment on here. It goes on to say, somebody said that that if you are from Edo State, then you would know that street light is such a big deal. Street light is such a big deal. I wish I had people, from that region who could give us updates on why street lights. And you had people commenting, supporting that notion that it's going to help curb some things in the area. And wait, street light is a big deal. All right, as the governor has said that this is just 40 kilometers out of 200, so we might just want to stick around for this party. Before we move on from this, but nice, you want to give your reaction to this commission?
Is my state. So when I saw the video, I was laughing.
Oh, congratulations, nice. You people now have street lights.
You see, ma. Which kind of congratulations with that? No, backwardness. God. So the man, they told him to turn off they told him to turn up the light. So he went to turn off the light. It's only those states I've seen where you can turn off street light in the switch in Edo State.
Okay, one, two. Okay, so
you will turn off a whole street lights in a switch. Hey, God, you dey alive, you dey see wetin dey happen. Chai.
Okay, so very nice. Okay, that was really funny. So who's in charge of this switch? Who is in charge of it? So what happens if the person is not available? So everybody gets to be in darkness.
No, Missima, my question was, when I saw that, my question was, what about if they thief that switch? Meaning the street light is over.
Okay, so I'm trying to be put together and not, roll on the floor as I should be. But I think right now you should turn on your camera and address this as a citizen. Oh boy, really? To turn off, but why did they ask him to turn off the switch? I thought if there is so much darkness and street lights is one of the major needs of the people, and that's what the governor has availed to the people. Why then? Why then is it a problem? Why was he asked to turn it off for the night? Do you know why he was asked to turn it off?
No, that is a part of the inauguration. He is the governor. He's the one that set it up. So they told him to switch it as the first citizen of the state. So they told him to switch it on. So when I saw that, that is why I'm now asking myself. I said, what about if they thief this switch? Meaning that light is over, that street light. How can a whole street light? You will have a switch where they turn it off and turn it on. So what about if they thief that switch? This thing switch. No. In this place, a switch light, it works with sensor. When it's getting dark, everything will switch on automatically. That is how it works in this Western world here. It has sensor. When the day is getting dark, it will switch off by itself. It will switch on by itself. When it's getting
they call it photocell. It's a photocell equipment that is embedded in it. Photocell. So, this one
when I saw Edo State don't have switch where you go there and switch it on and switch it off. So if all those strong men for streets go carry the switch now, meaning that thing is useless. But God, God,
a whole governor, not even a local government chairman or so, a whole governor. And there's so much regret. I don't know the backstory with Obaseki, but it looks like from the submission over time, you hear people say, I feel so bad. I voted. I fought for you. So it looks like this one's, he is the people's choice. And I don't know how it got to play the people that they used everything to put him in power. And today, he is their greatest regret. And Obaseki, wow, street lights. Hey, all right, let's move on to Mr.
that man is an enemy. That man is an enemy of Edo State. Look, Mr. Nadawad.
Thank you, my people. I salute to everyone right there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. Iman, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
You're so beautiful. Thank you. And this is your second shift today. I really do appreciate you. Thank you very much, everyone. This topic here, it got my attention, so I decided to come here. You know, this is my state. You know, as you all know that I'm a Edo man. So it's painful to see things like this, especially when you see the governor celebrating or commissioning a street light. You know, and the unfortunate part of it is that seeing some of our Idolites who base home, in fact, some of our Idolites who also lives abroad, you see them celebrating it with him, saying that, oh, the governor tried, because some people have argued this with me for the past 3 days. This happened 3 days ago, I guess. They've argued it with me, you know, telling me that, no, forget, Nigeria was forget, he tried. We not get light for a year before. You see, this is how they reduced our mentality to this point. I would like us to hear the governor talking on this particular street light. Let's hear him talking.
Tanda for Ego and Ikpoba local government areas for Edo State as Governor Godwin Obaseki don't commission correct street light for 3.6 kilometers for the local government areas. Governor Obaseki, when he took out with 30 people, talks say this light up Edo, the part of his commitment to Edo people.
For us as a government, this is part of our commitment to our people that we must light up Edo. This is a government of light. And when light comes, darkness goes. We are constructing about 200 kilometers of street lights around the greater Benin area over the next 12 months. As you know, we've already done about 40. We're extending that across the entire Benin metropolitan area. So this project you see today will take us to Teacher's House, and the next phase will take us to Channel 55. And by the grace of God, before I leave office, I'm hoping that I will take this line right through Igoraki, Igobazua to Okada.
For maintenance strategy of the street light, Governor Obaseki talks say,
we have changed strategy. These bulbs you see here have 5 years warranty on them. And we have a maintenance arrangement that will go around almost on a weekly basis to make sure that the...
First, the governor said the bulb have 5 years warranty. As this video continue, the governor will say he's going to change his previous statement by saying the bulb have 3 years warranty. You know, he's going to say between 3 or 5. You see, these people, they know what they are doing. Just imagine, before we move on from here, check here. Check this place. Let me take you. See, you can see that street light. Apart from the street light, it looks like there's no house in this area at all. Do you know why? Because at this particular time, 1, there's no light in the whole state. 2, although I know that's federal, fine. There's no light in the whole state because all of them failed. PDP, APC, all of them failed. No light in the whole state. You can see that. Then 2, there is no good infrastructure in the state. Like big buildings, you can see that is attractive. Tell me anything that is attractive in this picture you're seeing right now. as a state. Tell me one thing you can see. You say, oh, wow, see that house. Or you want me to bring a picture of America, or even, because if I talk about River State, now they go attack me. River State, they earn bigger money. If you talk of Lagos State, they go attack you. If you talk about Abuja, they'll attack you. So it's better more go find one Igor stand more compare Benin. That would be better. I think we need to address this properly in the evening show. This is disgraceful, disheartening, disappointing.
Mr. Najawad,
to be celebrating street light, and the gullible Edo light are joining him to celebrate street lights. Hold on, brother. Please, let's listen to him. What I was saying just
now. To Okada.
For maintenance strategy of the street light, Governor Obaseki talks.
We have changed strategy. These bulbs you see here have 5 years warranty on them. And we have a maintenance arrangement that will go around almost on a weekly basis to make sure that the burnt out bulbs are changed. We don't expect that they would have to be changed for the next 3 to 5 years. What I would like to implore.
The bulb, you said you have 5 years warranty. Now you changed it to within 3 to 5 years. You don't expect the bulb to be changed. Do you know what? I don't want to finish this video. We are going to analyze it properly either this evening or tomorrow. I'll take a time to come out for this particular video. For me, I'm disappointed. This man have been in office now for the past 6.5 or 7 years. A lot of people are saying, although I have a blame as well because I worked very hard to make sure he comes back in office on this second term. But I'm disappointed. That's the reason why we are saying that when we use our platform to fight for you, we are fighting for you because we want a better Nigeria. Immediately you are sworn in. For example, Peter Obi, from the very day he's sworn in as the president of Nigeria by God's grace, we are going to start checkmating him. That's why we don't go behind collecting money from anybody. We don't do that here. A governor is celebrating. Please, go ahead, my brothers. You guys talk on this. Thank you, Ima.
Hello, Mr. Najawad.
All right, I'm still here.
Yeah. I wanted you to start this video from where when he switched on that switch. Now that switch I want to make me see my see where they talk about. So you for starting from there.
Let me see if I can get that part. I don't. Okay, I will bring it back. I'll bring it back.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Ninja. But nice. I'm sure I will follow up. I will see it during the evening broadcast too. But thank you very much. Thank you to each and every one of you on this broadcast with us. Please, I beg, take out time and like the broadcast. Please take out time, like the broadcast. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Max, how you doing? It's good to have you on this broadcast, sir.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, Sister Emma. Good afternoon to my co-panelists. Naija Watch. I greet you. I salute you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good to have you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. You see, Sister Emma, you see, when a wrong thing continues to live in a particular place for a long time, it becomes a good thing. Look, the same thing happens here in Ghana, not just in Nigeria. Didn't you people see my president commissioning a 150 shopping mall in Tamale, northern region? It is not only there. But what worries me is that Nigeria is, in fact, when you come to electricity here, you take my light, I begin to call you and threaten you for lawsuit here. Because I buy my prepaid, you collect my money, and I am going to use your service. I cannot be using your service and your system, my system goes off. No. I will show you. And that is why once they take your light here, they will begin to send, because they have your phone number, they begin to send apologetic letters on your phones. Please bear with us. It's something that we cannot help. Please bear with us. This is what they do here. These people have seen Nigerians as nothing, no, as a people that you cannot even respect. Light. The current light they use, even in my village here, Binaba village, it has a photo cell. Once it is 6 o'clock or once darkness begin to come, it switches it off. I mean on. And when daylight come, daybreak, then it goes off. This one na switch. You go there. Like the one where I see when I went to Barbados, in Bridgetown, St. Michael's Parish, Barbados. If you want to cross road, a street light, the switch is there. If you want the cars to stop and they don't want to stop, just press the switch. It will give them red. Then you go. This one in Nigeria is electricity. Like Niger Watch said, look around that place. It's darkness. Apart from that line of street light, it's darkness all over the whole places. There is no, in fact, as they switch that one on, what of the villages or the houses around the area? So there is no other houses around the area that you can see glimpse of lights around the area. Only the street. The place is darkness. What is going on in Nigeria, Niger Watch and my people, is not just bad people, it is bad foundation. That is what is happening in that country. Bad foundation. Good institutions will correct a rascal politician. Thank you, Sister Emma, Niger Watch.
All right, Mr. Vine, thank you very much. It's good to have you on here. Thank you. It's good to have you, BTV Niger, on the broadcast. Flip, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being here. Asemota Bright, it's good to have you, Mr. Makirabo. It's good to have you on this broadcast. Thank you for being here. Mommy Diaspora, thank you, dearest Mama, for being on here. Please, if you are yet to like this broadcast, please do also like the broadcast. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, let's move on to Dr. Gomez. Oh, Dr. Gomez, how lovely it is to have you on the broadcast today. How are you doing today, sir?
Thank you very much. How about you?
I'm well, thank you.
Okay. I'm calling in respect to is Elvis on the platform right now? Because I usually don't call into platforms, but I have a reservation to express on this platform today. So is Elvis on the platform, ma'am?
Yes, sir, and he can hear you.
Okay. I was so upset yesterday watching your platform. I usually contribute financially, but I don't put my voice on any subject matter, but I listen attentively. You have this guy who continually comes on your platform. His name is John E. and speaks in a very condescending, very rude manner. Talk to people as if he's better than everybody in this world. I was very upset yesterday. I was taken aback. I was beside myself. I know that Mr. Niger Watch tried to address the issue, but I don't think he did enough as far as I was concerned. I think leftists eventually took him off the program yesterday. But I must say that I don't know why you're allowing a guy with this kind of obnoxious attitude come on your platform and talk in a very condescending manner to people who are old enough to be his father. I mean, this Mr. Ike guy, he looks like a man in his 60s, early 70s, was so upset. I could feel it. I at work yesterday, I was so upset because I've never seen this kind of thing happen before. I think it's out of order, and I think Mr. Leftist and Diaspora Mother need to address this issue because this guy is allowed to get away with murder and is out of order. That's why I'm calling.
Okay.
I'm not calling for anything else but that.
Mr. Alexander, thank you very much.
Dr. Alexander.
Dr. Alexander. Is that Alexander Gomez?
Yes, I'm a medical doctor. Yes.
Oh, sir, I didn't know that's you there. Oh, good to have you here. Thank you very much.
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you. You've been so supportive to us on this channel. We are very, very
I have to be. I owe you a duty to be supportive because I have family members from Benin. My sister is married to a Benin man, so I owe you that much to support your platform. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, sir. All right. About John E. To be honest, taking action here on this platform is not a problem. It's not it is not something that is hard for us to do. But the unfortunate part of all this thing is that John E is an Igbo man and is doing this. We've tried to sensitize his mentality to stop what he's doing, trying to see if we can canvas him to follow the same ideology that we all are sharing here. But unfortunately, it's going out of line recently. Yesterday, we did apologize to Mr. Ike. Everybody, Mr. Ike did understand, that we don't take things like that here. But to be honest, I like the fact that you're complaining, and not just you. A lot of people are complaining. So in case we take actions, nobody is going to screw us to say that Nigeria was a dictator, because they've called us dictator before. When we throw 1 or 2% out of the channel, they call us dictator, that we are bullying people with our channel and all that. I've said it over and over again, letting people know that this channel at this particular moment, we voluntarily dedicated it for Peter Obi. We are doing that. Nobody paid us to do this. So if you're coming here, and it's right there, as we are talking right now, you can look up, it's right there, Peter Obi for 2023, Peter Obi for president. It's there. We're saying it verbally. We've put it everywhere on our thumbnails, everywhere. So you coming here and you already know what this channel stands for. It means that you're coming to make trouble. So throwing you out is not a problem. But we've given him the last warning yesterday. In case it comes back, it's not blocked, it's not banned, but when it comes back again and this reoccurred, then we take a drastic action.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I was really offended yesterday. I mean, I couldn't even concentrate at work because this guy has a very condescending tone to his voice. He thinks people are beneath him. He thinks that he thinks he owns the whole of Nigeria. He thinks he's bigger than everybody. Exactly. And like people said on this, like Omoya said on this platform yesterday, you're rich, but you're not paying anybody's bills. Exactly. That's your congratulations. Yeah. That's your palaver. It's not anybody's palaver. So anyway, let me let you go because I'm driving right now.
Dr. Alexander, I promise you. Hold on, please, Max. Dr. Alexander, I promise everyone that when this happens again, it's gonna be banned. Remember, we've banned so many people who consistently attack us like this or attack our panelists. In the name you don't like Peter Obi. It's so fortunate. So I think we've given him the last warning. Thanks for bringing this up once again, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Max, you wanted to speak to me, Dr. Alexander?
Yes, sir. Yes,
go ahead.
Dr. Alex.
Yeah. It is saying. Yeah, Boko. Afishapa.
I think of it too.
Okay, all right.
You see, sir, I will, on behalf of that guy, I will also align myself with Mr. Niger Watch. You see, when you see people talking down on people that are old enough to be their uncle or father, you will know the background where the person comes from. Everybody knows me. Everybody knows me here and my position in this very place. I am a crusader of strong institutions, and I am a crusader, if it cannot work, let everybody to your tent, O Israel. But that will not make me to begin to insult people here or use foul language on people, talking on people as if that I know it all. No. Respect. If you cannot respect yourself or your family, then I don't think, they say charity begins at home, sir. You just, I am so sorry for what happened. I wasn't there yesterday, but I've never seen you coming out to speak the way you speak. You've spoken this afternoon. Thank you so much, and I apologize. In as much as we are here to contribute, does not give us the warranty to insult people. There are people here, especially someone like you, that can be a father to all of us. Thank you, sir. May God bless you.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate every one of you. Dr. Alexander Gomez, thanks for coming in for that. We even have Mr. Ike here right now joining us, but I don't want us to capture this program. And I know said Naima show be this. So we are going to be talking on this extensively later on the 5. Ima, thank you very much. Over back to you.
Mr. Niger, thank you for coming in. Dr. Gomez, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for bringing up, what makes you feel uncomfortable. Thank you very much, and for willing to address it instead of walking away. Thank you. It's also good to have you on here. It's also good to have you on here, Mr. Ike. How you doing, Mr. Ike?
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Mr. Ike. Thank you very much for joining us. Once again, we apologize for everything that happened yesterday. You can see that a lot of people love you on this channel. Even today, Dr. Alexander just came in now.
No, it's a new day, my brother.
Yes. Thank you, sir. We are talking about Edo State Governor Obaseki, who commissioned the street light while other governors are commissioning bridges. So that's what we're talking about, so that we know. I don't want us to be diverted. So Ima, back to you. Thank you.
Okay, all right, Mr. Ike. Okay, this is where you give your submission, your reaction to these big things that Governor Obaseki is doing for his people. I mean, big things like availing 40 kilometers of street lights. He still has 160 to go, because his plans and his dreams of making Edo State a better state for business. Yes, sir.
You are mocking us. You are mocking us. Stop this thing you are doing, brother. Nice. Tackle Ima. Tackle her. She's mocking us.
He said it will help to bring infrastructure and businesses into. I mean, I'm only saying what he said.
Yeah, it's light. Security comes with light.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Ike, let's have your submission, please. How do you react to that?
First of all, good morning to everybody in the panel and the people at comment section, and those who are listening that are not joining us by this hour. For me, today is my off day at work, so I just wake up and I put some clothing in the wash machine and say, let me see if my friends are here this morning. So thank God for a new day and a new life for every one of us. Well, my sister is always politicians. They always know the trick and the system they use to, win the heart of the so-called supporters. But I think that things are changing. The landscape of Nigerian politics is changing. Nigerians have decided that we cannot be deceived for another time. So Obaseki is a man who I know. I followed his politics when he became governor, and I know what the entire Edo people did for him to become the governor of Edo State. And I think sincerely and honestly, he have decided to betray the trust of the people. And whatever he's doing now is not going to help him anymore politically. He might have acquired wealth, he might have amassed wealth, but at the end of the day, the political book of Edo State, his name was supposed to be written in gold, but he have decided to remove it from the book. So honestly and sincerely, I don't know. Yes, we need electricity, but is it right now, after about a few months to leave office, is it now that he has to do it? And also there was a revelation by Governor Wika about the governors, the money they received. I've not heard what Obaseki said he did with it. So, and my joy is that the Edo people speak in one voice. And as the Edo people are speaking in one voice in 2023 for Peter Obi, And I know that Obaseki will be able to realize that the same people, when he bites the finger that feeds him, there is always the consequences and price to pay for it. So he has not told us what he did with the money that they don't receive, so it's still a very big question mark for him. So honestly speaking, whatever politicians do this time around, we suspect their actions. So I really do not have me in my book. At the beginning, because of the loyalty of Edo people, I supported Obaseki from when he became governor until when he began to, deviate from the rewrite road and begin to walk the other side. So actually, for me, he has no place anymore in Edo political history. So he put on light. Yes, we need electricity in order to power, industries and technology and other things. But like Elvi jokingly said, is it now, or is it the most important thing for Edo people? There is insecurity in Edo State. He allowed the Fulani herdsmen to come into Edo State, just like the way it's happened in my eastern part of Nigeria. So the security is not there yet, and I don't think that I don't really know my sister, honestly speaking, but I think he lost my respect and he lost my credibility that I have for him for a few years back. So honestly speaking, I stand with the Edo people. Whatever the decision they make against Obaseki, I stand with the Edo people. God bless you. That's my point this morning.
All right, Mr. I, thank you very much for that. Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll take this comment by Madam Rita. Madam Rita, compliment of the season. It's been so long, Madam Rita. How you doing? Madam Rita says, Ike, okay, Governor Obaseki is clueless about governance, confused elements. Okay. Let's see what else we have on here. Please, to my panelists, please do also put your mic on mute. Thank you very much. Madam Rita goes on to say, local government job is what Obaseki is saying na achievement. Chai, we the people of Edo don't suffer. No, but you people's governor, where did you see him from? How did you get your own governor? Hey, what? We were just talking about Desmond Elliott on Saturday that went to do pit latrine. Okay, that one safe deal. Hey, these people, we should be very worried of these people getting to the apex of in politics. These are not the kind of people that we should have as up there. All right, Kingsley says Edo State has no local government chairman and money allocated for local chairman. Now, nobody knows where the money are going to. All right. Okay. Moving on from this, but another kasala. While I not gone too much like this. So the presidential candidates of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku, one of his wives, just over the weekend, a video circulating of her, charging the people to go get their PVC and, telling them who to vote or who not to vote. It's confusing. I want to also understand what she's doing. She's saying, don't vote APC. Look at what APC has done. Make sure you get your PVC and vote APC. I don't understand. The woman is trying to confuse me, but she's not trying to confuse, because I refuse to even associate myself with the party. But why is the woman is confused herself? And how is it that you are confused? Your husband wants to be the president and you don't even know his party. You think I'm lying? All right, let's just watch this video of Atiku's wife talking to the people, charging at them to go get their PVC and telling them who to vote for and also who not to vote for. My people, let's watch the video, please.
That 25th of February, everybody should come. If you have not collected your PVC, you go and collect your PVC, get it ready 25th of February, we should vote APC. APC, they promise to do so many things for the country. But we can see ourselves now the way we are.
All right, Madam Rita, your comment just had me in stitches already. Okay, Madam Rita says that. Madam Rita says that, where is her comment? She says, Okay, she says their wives are their wife are as clueless as their husband. Says the wives of APC and PDP candidates are as clueless as their husbands. And some other persons say Atiku's wife has been dollarization by APC. So, oh, you think that's deliberate? All right. Okay. Tammy Mola says shame on Obaseki for being clueless. Okay, let's see what other comments. Kingsley says mental health is real. This is what age has done. Okay. Yeah, okay. To my panelists, how do we react to this, and what do we even get from this? I mean, are we going to blame her? Atiku has been here, he has been there. The woman cannot even keep up. Do you know how many campaigns that this woman has had to do? Today she's using PDP. Please, we cannot afford to have a first family that are so confused and they are not even in sync. She doesn't even know as much. So if you ask this woman now, who is Atiku, who knows if she even knows? If you cannot know your husband's party. But nice, how do you react to this?
Yeah, Missima. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, all of them, they are making the same mistakes, So their wife are confused as well. When people are used to switching parties, what do you expect that their wife will feel? When he moved from APC to PDP, from PDP to APC, so their women will be confused. That is what you are seeing right now. So the woman is still thinking Atiku is still in APC. So that is the problem. So we are the one now that have to remind her that the husband is the PDP. You see, I beg. These people are too much. Even they see this person Tinubu, they thought say PDP APC. So all of them, they are confused. My brother, I don't tire about these our politicians, my brother. Even they don't traumatize their wife, Joanna. All their wives say all of them don't confuse. They don't know the party to campaign for anymore, because these people, they are switching parties every seconds. So that is the result of what you are seeing. Missima, may I leave it there? Thank you. That's not my problem. Peter will be for president. Thanks.
Peter will be for president. All right, thank you very much. Let's do what to remember. As I said earlier on, Peter Obi is going to be in Akwa Ibom State tomorrow. Yes, Peter Obi is going to be in Akwa Ibom State. The Obi train will be landing in Akwa Ibom State tomorrow. So we'll be having correspondence from there to know what's going on, the receptiveness of the party, the preparedness of the party, if there are challenges. Also, we'll get to know, let's know what's happening. And we would also like other representatives in other states to please reach out to us so we can talk. We are strongly for Peter Obi over here. And as we get closer to the election, we have to use, keep sensitizing people and keep bringing information out here. Trust us to do that. Let's quickly move on to, all right, Mr. Max, let's quickly in 1 minute catch a reaction to that.
Thank you so much, Sister Emma. What I saw in that woman is total confusion. She is not abreast with the reality on the ground. The same thing, all of them are confused. So I believe that Nigerians who still believe in one Nigeria or Nigeria will still work, nobody will tell you what to do. But for me, I still have my reservation with that, one Nigeria thing, because the system is as bad as the country itself. If the system is not good, the country and the operators of that system will never get it right. So that is how I see it. I don't know of your own. So since people look at what is happening, the other time Tinubu said, RPDABC. Today, this one is telling us that if you look at her statement, he said, you can see where we are. And you can see where we are. Who brought us where we are today? Who brought total confusion in that camp? So that is what I see. And for me, If all this, prospective, if at all, so-called prospective first ladies, that APC, PDP, will look at what their husband has been, has done to that nation, and the kind of money they have amassed riding on the back of the innocent people's blood, and they keep quiet. They keep quiet. Well, if the spirit of those that have died because of their actions and inactions will keep quiet, then so be it. Thank you, Sister Emma.
All right, Mr. Vi Maxwell, thank you for your submission. Madam Rita, I am with you on this one. I see you right there. Good to have you on the broadcast, I must say again. Okay, Mr. Ike, welcome back. Okay, let's have your submission. Let's have your reaction to that video of Atiku's wife, not even knowing where her husband is. I mean, what kind of a mistake is that? Mr. Ike, please, you need to unmute your mic.
Yeah, I said I just wrote something on the comment section about the coming of Mr. Peter Obi the Rock is an instrument of confusion in the camp of APC and PDP. So, remember the days in the Bible when they want to curse the children of Israel, God changed it to a blessing. So, what is going on now is an instrument of confusion in their camp, because Peter Obi has made APC and PDP irrelevant in Nigerian politics. So they are confused. They don't know how to fight each other, So it's not surprising that they continue to gaffe among themselves. They continue to make the mistakes, because that's what we want. It's a revelation for us Nigerians to know that it is time that their days are numbered, and we have finally decided that it is time over for them. So we want this mistake to continue. We want this gaffe to continue. We want these errors to continue. We want the confusion to continue. And I think as time goes on, as they continue to gaffe and they continue to cause confusion inside themselves, I think it's giving Nigeria an ample opportunity to continue to make the right choice and the right decision, to vote Peter Obi and Labour Party in February by God's grace. So I am not surprised, like Sister Rita said, and those who has made some comment already. This is there is confusion in the camp, and when there is confusion in the camp, there are problems. So we know that we pray that it continues like this until we get to February. That's just my point.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Ike. Thank you for your submission. Mr. Alex, how you doing? It's good to have you on here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you,
Mr.
Miss Ima.
Alex, how you doing?
I'm good, Miss Ima. How are you?
I'm fine. How was your weekend?
Great, hectic and great, but thank God.
Okay, cheers to a new week. All right, let's catch your reaction, sir.
For me, just a catalog of the catastrophic activities they've unleashed on innocent people. So it's a post-traumatic stress disorder reaction from amassing wealth belonging to poor people. So you're gonna have you're not gonna be peaceful. You're gonna be confused. No matter how you try to control it. So expect more confusion from this guy, because karma is real. Karma is a bitch, as I said. So thank you very much.
Okay, so but did you attend the street light commissioning by your governor a couple of days ago? Mr. Alex? All right, Mr. Alex seems to be off here. So let's move on to Mr. John. We have our guest in here. Mr. John, how are you doing? It's good to have you here. Good
Yes.
afternoon.
Can you hear me now, please?
Okay, Mr. Alex, I can hear you.
The commissioning of the street light is a very laughable bookaboo. People are commissioning street light in Uronigbe with their money. In Igoriaki, people, ordinary citizens, individuals are commissioning street lights. A whole government shamelessly is commissioning. Yes, can you hear me now, please? Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Alex, please go on.
How can a whole government that received 300 billion naira every year as an allocation, 222 billion naira every year is commissioning street lights? Individuals are doing street lights for streets. So Obaseki is shameless, is a scam, is a criminal, and I want him to be arrested immediately. His tenure is over. He has to give account on how he has killed people through the Fulani unleashing and the stealing of people's money, because he's running a government without no House of Assembly. He's also running a government with the commissioners that are not complete. He's just a one-man type of government. It's dictatorial. Is a tyranny. I mean, a tyrant rather. He's running a tyrant government. The guy is a scam. Who commissions street lights? People are commissioning flyovers, commissioning, large projects, lifelong generational projects. Street lights that can be today and tomorrow is blown away by nature and need to be replaced. So for me, I don't think I really don't think we should comment the governor. We should be writing these things down so that at some point we are going to call him to come and give account. It's so shameful. I feel ashamed now coming from Edo State. Ahead of it, it's a laughable dismal, and the governor. The governor is a criminal. He's using all sort of projects to siphon Edo State money, and we must ask him in due time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Alex. Thank you for that. Yeah. Thank you for that. I was going to ask, how do we see to it that these governors gets persecuted? How do we see to it? Looks like the bodies, organizations, the sectors that are supposed to take care of this, they just don't follow up. This one's just developed one sickness. This one gets wheeled into the courtroom. All of these stories, and then everything just disappears. It's sad. They need to be held accountable. They are becoming really irresponsible. They're not even making effort to show that they don't care. I mean, what in the name is that? Street lights? With all the craze going on with the 13% derivation, it is street light that is your next action. Come on. Now it is even something you should do and even hide. You even carried media to go there. Wow. All right, we have Mr. John in the house. But before we speak to Mr. John, please do also like this broadcast, share, and also do what to support us. Haba, somebody should do something. But to those that have supported us today, thank you. God bless you. Skystream Media, thank you. God bless you. Mr. Mark Irabo, thank you. God bless you. Please do what to support us, each and every one of you. Please do what to support us, and also take our time to like the broadcast. Thank you. All right, what is happening? Okay, Mr. John, I'm hoping that we would have a smooth broadcast. How are you doing, Mr. John? Please unmute your mic and talk to us.
Yeah, good afternoon, Ms. Tima. I'm doing pretty well, thank you.
Thank you for being on here. Mr. John is correspondent. He's there in Akwa Ibom State, where Peter Obi will be visiting tomorrow for his campaign. Peter Obi will be in Akwa Ibom State tomorrow for his campaign. And so we would like to know some issues. We would like to know one or two things, how it is going over there. So you could please introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is John Linus, and I'm a consultant, a certified project manager. And I'm here in Uyo as a member of the PCC, that's the Presidential Campaign Council in Akwa Ibom State. and we are anticipating the arrival of our principal. I think that's all for
Okay.
now.
Okay, okay. So, the preparations, for the preparations, how is it going? Are you having issues? The for space, are you having issues? Was it an issue to get the space that you now have, and where will it be happening?
Oh yeah, for space. Well, we had expected that the state government will give us the stadium, which is usually what should happen, because I mean, um, while we were here, we understood that some other parties like the PDP were given access, to the main stadium, the Gospel of Fabio's stadium. And even at that, we also have a mini stadium. We also hope that the government will give that to us, but they say that that one is under construction, and the other one is both are under construction or renovation, so they are not available for us. So they made available a space called the Unity Park, which is where we are using for tomorrow's rally. And so far, so good. It's not large enough, but we hope that it's just big enough to contain the people that we are expecting for tomorrow's rally.
Okay. Okay, okay, all well and good. What's the receptiveness like over there in Akwa Ibom State? Is the principal known? Is Peter Obi known? Is he known, and are the people excited about him over there?
Misima, when I was driving down here, I'm on the road, so I was trying to look for a convenient place to park so we can have this conversation. I stopped somewhere to buy something, and a young man rode his keke, followed me. When he noticed that I stopped, he was shouting and asked me to why I have not given him why we have not made ourselves, that is the Labour Party now, um, recognized in his local government. And I asked how. That's impossible. Which local government? And he mentioned the local government, Ibesipo. And he said, look, sir, I'm not saying the Nungudo and this other act is a town part of Ibesipo. I mean the interior part. And I said, oh, really? He said, yes, because we like this man. We want him. Why did he do that? He saw the picture of Peter Obi at the back of my car, because I have a sticker of Peter Obi at the back of my car. And that would, that told him, okay, this guy is a Peter Obi man. He stopped me and asked me to give him anything that I have. Thankfully I had a sticker in my car, so I handed it over to him and I said, okay, look, put this on your keke and ride around and tell people that you're a Peter Obi fan. He was excited, and then he gave me an advice which also opened my eyes to something. He said that the Labour Party does not have a large presence in his community. He said to me that he himself is obedient, that his landlord and his children are obedient, that his neighbors are obedient, and that whatever it is that we would do, he would give me his address. So I had to take his phone number, and we exchanged our contact. I told him, okay, look, I will get you connected to the nearest person that will make that visible. I'm aware of Ibesipo, and I know that the Labour Party's presence is there, but he mentioned the interior parts, the village. What does that tell me? It tells me that look, Peter Obi is been well received, and don't forget, Peter Obi is an in-law. And when you come to Akwa Ibom, we don't play with our in-laws, So its reception is high, and the air is filled with obedience already, and we are waiting for him to arrive.
Oh, that's interesting to know. That's interesting to know. Okay, so this place we are talking about, the man that accosted you today, is it the community where he's talking about? Is that what you would describe as a village, or it's like one of those happening places that a bit developed or something?
Okay, so Ibesikbo is the place where the former governor, that's the Victor Atta, comes from. And if you understand politics, people tend to want to develop their communities, yeah, before they will look elsewhere. Just like Akpabio also. Akpabio took time to develop his community. They turned it into an urban city. Ikodekbene is an urban city, well known. Even like in the 80s, you hear Ikodekbene, one of the so Ibesikbo is likened to this. So it's a community that can be called an urban space. But then again, I think if I understood him perfectly well, he was trying to let me know that some villages are interior villages that we should not just only concentrate on the urban, right? In the places we will call town, that we should go to the village, the rural, the communities where there are thatch houses and mud houses. I think that's what he was trying to let me know. But then again, I told him we would come and we will make sure that he feels our presence.
Okay. All right. So, how is the process going so far? How do you sensitize the people? You people go into the local area, you go to villages. How do you do it? How are you able to you have assurance that these people are they are for this person and they are not being bought over, or they will not be bought over? And are you going to be on ground? No, this is not a you question. I'm sure you have a team of people. Are you seeing to it that they are not being bought over with the usual rice, salt, and or 2,000 naira as usual? Do you have plans for that?
I'm a coordinator of a group called Peter Obi Presidential Global Network here in Akwa Ibom State, PPGN for short. And we have our members well over 700 people, and we are growing. In fact, when I met with the young man today, I was so excited because I was going to add him already to my group. I felt happy. I asked him if he had his PVC, and he said yes, he has. As for awareness and sensitization, Ms. Sima, we are doing a great job. I shared some pictures with you privately. I don't know if you've seen them. Right today, as we speak right now, we have the women who have gone into the market, who have gone into the villages to share aprons and sensitize the people. The major problem we have is getting the people to identify the Labour Party logo, right? Because we have, they are used to, over here, Akwa Ibom is a PDP state, it's a PDP state, so they're used to umbrella, what they will call in my dialect, ufoyo, So we are trying to let them, unlearn what you call unlearn, and get them to relearn new tricks, taking out the idea of the umbrella from their head and reintroducing the papa mama picking, like we say, ete eka eyen, and get them to get used to it. So that is happening very seriously. And for the past 2 weeks, once when we got information that the principal will visit, we began local government by local government tour. And as I speak to you right now, my local government is there's a rally and a tour going on in my own local government, Ikot Abasi, and the essence of this is to get people, we realize that after the 2 million march here in Akwa Ibom State, a lot of people get, where went to bed, they went to sleep, and they were relaxed. Activities were no longer happening. So we realized, okay, look, if we do this, we will lose the people. So we became intentional. We decided to feel each day, each week, intentionally with programs so that people are carried along. Of course, we try not to worry them also. But
What kind of programs? What kind of programs?
We have like right now, like I said, we are having we have football matches. So we have what we call the Obedience FC, Obidati Football Club. So they engage the all stars in each community. I think over the weekend we have them play in one community. 2 weeks ago they played in another community. So we identify the communities and what is peculiar. Markets, right? We identify like Itam markets. We go on the day of Itam market with our aprons, with our materials, and we go to meet the women. Those who come in to patronize the market women too. We are meeting the youth. Okay. It's a large market. So we identify the community. We identify what happens if it's the day where they have their fishing day. Akwa Ibom is known to be a riverine place. So we go to that, we target that place, and we get them involved. So that's what is happening, and we're doing it very massively. Like I said, the rally is ongoing, and there are about 31 local governments in Akwa Ibom State. And so far, we've covered half of it, and we're going to do that even after the principal has left to you tomorrow. So we will do that till the end of December.
Okay, Mr. John, that sounds like a whole lot. That sounds like a full day's job. So, I mean, this begs the question: yourself, your teammates, are you being paid? Is there some form of payment for doing this?
I wish we were paid, but then what payments would surpass building a better future for my children? There's no payment that can equate that. I, for one, right, I would say I'm not being paid. And I hear people say we are being paid. That's not totally true, at least for my group and the few groups I know, because we have well over 50 or 60 groups in Akwa Ibom State, and we get to meet at the level of the state coordinators. So we have the state coordinators of all these groups. We meet every once in a while to realign, re-strategize, and know what is happening, and know how to, how to reach out and how to support and help the other group. None of the groups are being funded. I don't know about others, but I know for me, in fact, as a
So what
few days ago,
drives
I was helping.
what drives you and your team? How are you able to move from point A to point B? Because you've made mention of villages, markets, doing some, like doing some job, going to meet these people whose comfort zone, as you said, is umbrella. I mean, I think that's something. That's something that they've known for a very, very long time in that state. So how are you guys managing? To my panelists, I'll be coming to you. So if you have questions for Mr. John, it will do well to answer your questions. But so I'm asking, so how are you guys being able to move? And now knowing that the people are not ready to hear a thing if you are not ready to give them something. I mean, this used to be our people. I don't know if to say used to be our people. Now, are they being receptive to you when you go? Do they not ask you for something?
Well, that's politics for you, and we can't underwrite that. I, for once, I think that's why I would say I don't want to call it a problem, because a problem will mean that it's unsurmountable. That's why we have the little challenge and the friction we have currently that we are experiencing right now. For me, I am almost well spent. I left my family, I left my home, I have my job, and I'm down here for the past few months. I've been here running this thing, and we're running it from our pocket. And I would tell my wife, look, I'm running this before. I'm using my children's school fees and the house rent to do this. I'm not doing it because I'm expecting anything. I'm not expecting, I've never met Peter Obi. I'm not expecting a ministerial appointment. I'm not expecting a commissioner appointment or whatever appointment. I'm doing it because I believe in the country. I believe in Nigeria. I believe in the future of my children. And I believe that if there's anything I can do, I could do it now. And I don't want my children waking up tomorrow and saying, oh, hey, daddy, so what did you do when this was happening? What was your contribution? I want to be able to stand up tall and tell them, look, this is what your daddy did when he saw that the country was, nosediving and things were happening. The economy was not working. This is what I did. I used your school fee to do this, to go home to my village to tell the people the need, why we need to change the government, why we need to bring credible people who have managed their own businesses, who have done stuff for themselves, who are credible. That's the driving point for me and the guys in my team and my group. That's what is driving us. We don't have money. In fact, as with this right now, we are spent. Like I was going to mention to you, I had to mention to some of the people who are at the national and our leaders. Look, since we began this journey, some of us began it far back March, April, June, July. We've not had any form of support. We've run this thing, on our own. We don't have any kind of support. Now is when we need the support. We need you, whatever it is that you have, please send it to us. I am totally spent. In fact, I would have loved to go back to my family, for the Christmas and then come back before the election. But I can't even leave because I am totally spent. I don't even have a dime on me to do that. But, I get to realize that when I get to talk to 1-2 people, we raise money. We tax ourselves 1,500 naira. That we had to bring it down to 200 naira if you can every day, because just to tax ourselves, so just to be able to
Okay.
print the flyers, to do
Let me
the
ask you
banners,
this
and to do
question.
the stickers.
I don't know how many people. Sorry, to my panelists, does anyone have a question for Mr. John on here?
Emma, if you will allow me to say something to my brother John.
Please go ahead, Mr. Ike. Please, by all
Yes, I wanted
means.
to say something too, Mr. Alice.
My brother, I just want to say, God bless you, and may the Lord continue to strengthen you and your group and the people of Akwa Ibom to fight for a better Nigeria tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Any one of us who say maybe we are living outside now and we pretend that we don't know what politics is in Nigeria is all about, we are deceiving ourselves. But people like you have decided to take it upon yourself to fight for the future of our children and our grandchildren. And I know that no sacrifices is going to be too much or too great for a better Nigeria, as you said. And I pray that God will continue to give you the power and the strength to continue to fight for a better Nigeria. You know, and when we do it together, when we fight it together, we will all reap the reward together. And that is my faith. That's my belief. The question that I have for you is that the young man you talked about, the Okada man who met you today, you see, this is the way God works. God works in a mysterious way. You know, for you to meet that man, you were looking for a place you want to park your car, and you are driving around looking for a place, and eventually you got a place to park your car, and that man came. That is where God wanted you to park that car, so that that conversation is going to take place. And it is for good for all of us. So my question is this: the national coordinator in Akwa Ibom State, do you people really have a time and time you meet together? Everybody bring up, you know, the problems and the difficulties that they're passing through in their localities. Does something like that used to happen?
Okay, when you mean the national coordinator, you mean of the group or of the PCC or of what, please?
Of the PCC in Akwa Ibom State.
Oh yes. Oh, we have a wonderful. The PCC, as it were, is formed from the support groups. All the support groups came together and we formed the PCC. A good number of them. That's how I also was nominated as a member here in Akwa Ibom State. I don't have the national coordinator, of course, here in Akwa Ibom, but we have the state coordinator, and he's very accessible. In fact, I was with him this morning as we were discussing how we our principal's wife, if I should give a privileged information, is already in town, as it were. So we had to receive her and the team while we are waiting for our principal to arrive and all of that. So he's an accessible man, and we discuss these things. They know the problem we have is not with the support group, if I should say, it's with the party itself. We don't have a good working relationship with the party. That is, I mean, the support groups and the party. And it feels so sad because when we know that when the chips are down, it's the party that will get the glory. They make it difficult for us to do these things. They make it very, very difficult. In fact, as it were, right now we're having a bit of a friction because we are aware that monies has been released, you know, for the rally tomorrow. But then, you know, these things are given to the parties, not the support groups. And they are to release money to us to help in mobilization, and that hasn't done. And this is the time. This is almost 3 o'clock, and we are telling them, look, when are you going to give us money? And they said, no, the money that was given to them is for the party. And we are reminding them that the party had no structure. The support groups are the structure. We are the ones that have people up to the units. You guys were nobody. When we organized the 2 million man march, they didn't contribute a dime. We are the one raising money to do the banners and the posters, and now money has come, you know, hoping that we will cushion and help us to do the work. They have swallowed everything, you know. So we, the support groups, we are together. We are one. In fact, we formed a coalition of all support groups so that we work together. Like when I talk about the rallies that we are doing in the local governments, it's not just one support group; it's all the support groups. So we come together and say we are going, so that we don't have to. We are coming. Gather the guys in Eket. We are coming to Eket with our members, so the states get to meet the members in the local government, and we have a good time, you know. So that's what is happening here. We have a good working relationship among the 50 support groups. The problem is actually with the party.
Okay, another question I want to ask you: do you have anybody in Akwa Ibom State that Peter Obi has his ears on the ground that can reach Peter Obi as he's in Akwa Ibom State, where this information you are giving us to know now can be able to pass through to somebody who has the ear of Mr. Peter Obi in Akwa Ibom State? Do you know if there's any such person in Akwa Ibom State?
Sorry, I think I lost you at the point. I didn't quite get your question, sir.
Okay, my question is that, do you have anybody that has the ears of our principal, Mr. Peter Obi in Akwa Ibom State, who can be able to be a link man where the support group could be able to put down their requests and make this problem that they're having with Labour Party known, because it's not only in Akwa Ibom State. I find out that in so many states, it is happening in so many states. You know, the party itself, who has no structure before, they want to take the glory. But like as you said, the support groups has been the structure. So whenever money is released, there's always a problem. You see what is going on in Ogun State, you know, and some other states. So my question is, do your group know anybody who has the ears of Mr. Peter B in Akwa Ibom State, where you people can relate this issue? Because our principal is a listener. He goes to anybody he wants to get the right information.
Yes, we have, I wouldn't say a person, we have persons in town. The coordinator, the DG of the PCC here in Akwa Ibom has a good relationship with our principal, Mr. Peter Obi, and I'm sure, I don't know what they talk about in their private, but I know that because he's also a leader of a support group, he would also share this, because he sometimes shares his frustration also with the party. He has told us countless times in our own meetings how they have almost accused him of eating money. And I don't know what that even means when they say he's eating money, because this is his money. People are bringing out the place we are using for the campaign secretariat. Is the man that that gave that out for us to use. So I don't understand when they say people are eating money. It doesn't make sense to people like us, because we don't even have the money that we are spending. The money that we are spending are monies that come from our savings. So yes, we have somebody on ground who has Peter, who speaks with Peter B and gives him information of what is happening. What we are afraid of is that we don't want to have to say. I think I don't know if I can say this in air. What we are afraid of is we don't want to we don't want to show or make Akwa Ibom look like we are not supporting, because really speaking the truth, we have the large followers of Peter B in Akwa Ibom. We don't want to allow it to come in between us.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right, thank you very much, Mr. John. Thank you. Okay, just one more question for you. This is from Charles. Charles is asking if you think Peter Obi can win in Akwa Ibom State, looking at the numbers.
Well, I am not thinking. I'm not thinking. I'm at the place of knowledge where I know Peter Obi would win. I can say that categorically, and I can say that hitting my hand on my chest. I'm not saying that to sound boastful, but I know it. Akwa Ibom is a PDP state. And as it were, a lot of things are happening that has disenfranchised or make people feel very sad. One, the current sitting governor is imposing his candidate on the people, and it's not the people's choice. The man that happened to have been the people's choice. I don't live in Akwa Ibom, so I get these feelers of the streets. The man that was loved and accepted by the people is the one that is behind bars now for whatever crime he had committed or maybe perceived to have committed in the past. That's the man that they believe would have been their messiah. So at the moment, people are looking for are shopping elsewhere for who they think would be their governor, and not the one the governor has anointed. So that has pitched the people against the party of the day. So that has brought a lot of people. And let me tell you, Kati, this is no hiding. We have a good working relationship with other parties, the YPP, the ADC. They don't have they're not sure of their presidential candidate, so they've adopted our presidential candidates with the hope that we will support them for the other offices. So our president is going to have an overwhelming margin here in Akwa Ibom over the other guy or the other guys or whoever they are, or men or old men. I'm sorry.
All right, Mr. John, thank you very much. How wonderful it is to have you on the broadcast. Thank you very much for honoring the invite. And thank you for the update. And hopefully, we hope that you are also available to give us, a feed of the atmosphere tomorrow, of the campaign tomorrow. Thank you very much. But you said something earlier on. You said you are not based in Akwa Ibom State. So the informations that you've been giving to us, are they real-time information? I thought those were real-time information from you.
No, at the moment, for the past few months, for the past almost 2 months now, I've been in Akwa Ibom. What I mean is I had to leave my family over there, and I've come to stay here, and I'm hoping to be here till the end of the election. So I am not based here in Akwa Ibom, but I'm here because of this mission. I came here on the instance of Mr. Peter Obi. I came here to lend my voice, to contribute my quota, to the victory of Mr. Peter Obi at the polls. So that's what I meant when I said I don't live here. But the information I'm giving you are real time. I'm here right now in Uyo. When the elections are over, I'm back to my base.
Okay, all right. You mind to tell us the name of the Labour Party gubernatorial candidate?
Oh, the name of the guy is Mr. Udrak Udo. He was unveiled a few days ago, Saturday precisely, here in Uyo. He seems like a very nice man. I've spoken to him personally one-on-one. He's very sharp. In fact, I would say he resounds Mr. Peter Obi in looks, in speech, and even in action. He's
okay. Okay, now talking about another candidate in Labour Party, what's the safety like for those people? Seeing how much it is becoming a norm, in the also far 2 people has been killed, assassinated, so to say. Are there fears and tensions, over there, or insecurity does not have a place in Akwa Ibom State?
Akwa Ibom is safe. I can say that for Akwa Ibom. We don't have such fears of insecurity, but nonetheless, we can't rule that out because anything can happen. People are already beginning to perceive that they will lose elections, and they would go the extra mile to make sure that they do whatever they can in the book to win. So yes, Akwa Ibom is safe, but then I think the candidates themselves need to take their security and safety, a top notch.
All right, thank you very much. That'll be all from me, Mr. Aika. Before we round off the broadcast, you have any more thing to say to Mr. John? And also those on the comment section, you have any other thing to say to Mr. John? Now will be a good time.
Thank you again, Mr. John. You just said that the governorship candidate was unveiled 2 days ago or 3 days ago, you said?
Yes, Saturday precisely, sir.
Okay. My last word to you is that you are not abandoned. You are not alone. The people of Akwa Ibom is not alone. Nigerians that want to take back their country are with you. We that are living outside, we are doing our best that we can in order to make sure that Peter Obi and Dati Baba Ahmed occupied Asoro. I want to assure you, for example, I said it in the platform yesterday, all my friends and family, and I've stopped no Christmas gift for anybody until February. You have to vote. You show me your PVC, you vote, and I know you voted. Whatever that I have for you for this December, and January until after February. So we are doing what we can do because we know we cannot vote, but we're trying to encourage our friends and family to do what they can, to make sure that we bring a new Nigeria. So my brother John, God bless you, and may the Lord continue to strengthen you people. Stay safe, because the political activities are becoming too hot for a lot of people. Like Emma just said, we lost our State House of Assembly in Imo State and the leader in Kaduna State. So it's like Labour Party is the target of other political parties. But God is with us. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. John. Thank you for honoring the invitation. I hope to have you on here another time. Thank you, and all the best. And on this, I say, may our efforts not be in vain.
Amen. God bless you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you to each and every one of you that held it down with me on this broadcast. Do well to join me every day, Monday through to Saturday, 10 a.m. Nigerian time for newspaper review. Come on, let us read the papers together. Let us see what bill has passed second reading. Let us see whose governor is about to take the award for. All right, I think that's enough of that. Let me not take a swipe at the Edo people anymore, but hi, you people. Please pick your governors wisely, all of you. Let us all do well to do better, and let's speak wisely, let's vote wisely. If you are yet to get your PVC, please take out time, go get your PVC. No vote buying. Do not sell your rights. Do not sell your rights. Do not soil your ends. So please, no vote buying. Do not sell your votes. Do not sell your votes. No votes Do not sell your vote. Do not sell your PVC. Keep them with you. Let us join hands in making Nigeria a better place. It is, we cannot pray Nigeria into a better place is not all it is to be done. We also have to, you know, put in some works. So please let your conscience prick you this time around. Okay. Okay, this is for you. Okay, let's take this. Best Osas saying, okay, Best Osas drops a heart or a love emoji for you. And Osas Osagovo says, God bless you, Brother John. Mr. Kingsley says, Mr. Speaker, that one is harsh. So no PVC, no Christmas gifts. That one is for you, Mr. Hike. And this is by Femi Bash says, you are doing a great job, sir. More powers to you. Only Peter will be as the intellectual sagacity, integrity, capacity, passion, and sincerity to save Nigeria. And on that note, we say, Nigerians, do well to vote for Peter Obi. Do well to look out for that for the logo that has Mama, Papa, and Pikin. Stay well. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Join us by 5 p.m. for our discussions. Take care. Bye-bye.